When God gave his people the 10 best ways to live, what we call the 10 Commandments, the people loved them so much that they wanted to keep them for always, not only because they would be a good guide for their lives, because they wanted to feel God's presence always. So God had the people make a box, and this box was called an ark. And the ark was covered in gold, and it had 2 long poles on the side that would allow the people to carry the ark wherever they traveled. And in it they put the 10 Commandments. Now, you can't just walk up to something as precious as the 10 Commandments. No, there needed to be a way to get ready. And so the people wondered how to get ready. So God had the people make an altar of incense. And when they burned the incense, it created a cloud of beautiful smell. Now, you could walk through the smoke to get ready, but this was still not enough. Next, God had the people build a table. And on the table they placed 12 pieces of bread, representing each of the 12 tribes of Israel. And across from the table, they were to put a 7-branched lampstand called a menorah. Now you could walk in between the table and the menorah to get ready, but this was still not enough. Next, the people built walls for the ark and the altar of incense and the table and the menorah. And inside of the tent, there was a very special place called the Holy of Holies, and this is where the ark was kept. But it was still not enough. Now, on top of the tent, there was a special roof made of 4 coverings. Now, these are not exactly like they had, but these will help us to remember. The first was a fine linen woven with threads of red and blue and purple. Next came a covering of woven goat's hair. Over that was the skin of a ram dyed red. And over all of this was a goat skin turned to leather. Yet this was still not enough. Now, only the priests were allowed to go into the tent. The people built an altar on the outside of the tent and covered it in bronze. This was for the sacrifices. They also built a wash basin covered with bronze. This is called a laver, and this is where the priests washed before their prayers. The priests had special robes to wear. And around all of this, they built a special fence made of cloth that they could pick up and roll up and take with them wherever they traveled. And this whole holy, set-apart area was called the tabernacle. And when the tabernacle was finally built, Moses blessed the tabernacle, and Aaron and his sons took care of the tabernacle. And they carried the tent and the ark with them wherever the people traveled. One of the tribes, the Levites, were in charge of the worship there at the tabernacle. And God gave Aaron and his sons these words to speak over the people. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Now I wonder, what part of this story did you like best? I wonder what part of this story you think is the most important. I wonder what part of this story is just for you today. Happy wondering.